Glow, shimmer, glow. How do you keep your relationship alive? We're parents. I don't know.
Yeah,
there's no Tammy and Noah right now. It's mommy and daddy.
The fact that we had 2 kids,
it kind of
back to back right away. Yeah, there's no dull moments.
No. And the fact that we could get our kids to bed before like a really crazy time, we could actually sit together and having alone time. Like we just went on a date. We saw Men in Black 3 and we went out to dinner, which never happens. Finding that alone time, even if it's you're putting your kids down early and just sitting on the sofa and watching whatever stupid Animal Planet thing he wants to watch and whatever stupid Beverly Housewives of OC I want to watch, he does, and I do. So it's finding that time and dealing with what they want one night and you deal with what they want the other night. What does Noah think of you being a totally girly girl? I've always been like this, though.
I don't know. Let's see. Being a total girly girl. I don't really mind it. It just drives me crazy when I have to do stuff too.
Oh, like put together my nail polish rack?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you religious? And if not, how will you raise your kids?
We've both been raised religious, but neither of us really are right now.
My church kind of like...
She had a really bad experience from what I understand with a certain religion.
Yeah.
Mine wasn't that bad, but meh. And our kids...
If they're interested in it, like, I'll
I'm
allow
not
them.
going to stop them from doing anything that's not, like, bad, you know? I mean, if they want to, you know, do something or learn about something, that's fine, but I'm not going to force them, you know, to go to church or anything like that.
If they honestly 100%, not just like, oh, it's boring. Like, if they don't like it, like, I hated it, and I was still forced to go all the time, and me, my brother, and sister are not religious anymore because of the experience that we had at the churches that we went to. It was, how do I deal with Noah being shy? He's not shy to me, that's the thing. He's shy to everybody else. So it's fine for me, and you just have to get to know him, and you're pretty good after that. Like, you started to break through in the vlogs before we had to end, and then, like, when you started chasing me around trying to kiss me, that was disgusting. Have you guys ever hit a rough patch, and how did you work through it?
I'm sure there's been a couple, but it kind of goes back to the fact that whatever those fights are, they're just little fights, and then 20 years from now, it's not a big deal at all.
And holding it in is not smart. Like, I'm a very stubborn Irish girl. Like, I got that from my dad. He was raised Roman Catholic in an Irish church, like, hardcore stubborn man, and I have a part of that in me. And I'll hold thing, like, I can go 2 days without talking to him, and him kind of just being like, I'm gonna let her go through it, I'm gonna let her go through it. And it hurts more than it helps. So talking when it hurts first may not be the best thing, but it may not be the worst thing. So you just have to pick and choose your battles, how you want to talk to it. Melissa, stop shaking, Snow White. Melissa 2087. What are some things that you or Noah do that annoy one another? I guess we already kind of talked about that. I spend money when I get it. He snores. That's really the gun thing's kind of, it doesn't bother me. It's just scary. It scars me. Last YouTube question. Favorite memory together or date?
The 2 that we've had in the last 2 years?
Yeah.
In the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think my favorite date, can I go first?
Yeah.
Would be, I don't even know if it was a date. I think it was a date. We were on tour, and it was like the last week, and we had to walk 3 miles to get away from anybody else because there was so much drama surrounding from the fact that we decided to be Tammy and Noah. We walked 3 miles to a McDonald's, and we both ordered the same exact thing. Chicken nugget meal with 2 sweet and sour sauces and a Sprite no ice. And I knew. I was like, he's going to be a fun person to date. Maybe. I never thought marrying you until, like, we moved in together and everything. And then 3 days later, I went back to Florida and you went to Texas and we didn't see each other for 3 months. But I think that was my favorite date. our first, like, official, like, date. It's a donut. What about you, so I can think of my memory?
Favorite memories together?
Well, what's your favorite date?
Favorite date? I don't know, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, either that one or Uno's, when it was like...
Oh my god. Can't believe you just brought that up. This girl has spilled freaking hot chocolate on my damn sweater so many times. It all started with Uno's. The first time she comes to visit, we go there on the way to Uno's.
It was cold, and you hit me.
No.
Yes.
No.
You hit my arm, and so it spilled upon your sweater.
You spilled hot chocolate all over my white hoodie.
That we still have. That I got the stains out. I brought it back to Florida and got my mom to take the stains out.
Yeah, and then you spilled something on it again.
In December.
And then you, like, spilled some spaghetti on it, and then I spilled pizza on it, and then I wrecked on my longboard on it. This is like the demon sweater.
We just threw it away.
That I finally threw out because I'm a little bit too...
afraid to wear it.
Chunky to wear it.
Oh, that too. But I like your chunk.
Anyway, yeah, that was a good one too. That was a fun night, but...
I thought he was going to break up with me when I did that.
It was like the first sweater that I ever, like, bought that was, like, more than, like, $12 too. It's like a $50 sweater that you spilled hot chocolate all over.
But looking back now, does it really matter? Jeez.
Anyway, favorite memory together? The babies are pretty good ones.
Yeah, seeing you hold Emery and Colin for the first time. Since Emery was our first, I think it was seeing you hold Emery, and when you said you didn't want to be your dad to our kids, that moment will always forever lock in my brain. You holding our first child. Holding Colin was pretty cool too, even though you almost passed out from the birth. He was about as wide as I am, and this boy gets tan. It was funny. Like, I pushed out a child, and they needed to ask if he was okay.
Yeah.
Because the first time I was, like, up here giving birth to Emery, so you didn't see it. But in Colorado, they just have you flat down on the bed. Like, low. Like, not up where the doctor's eyes are. Like, the doctor's, like, looking down. TMI. He had to sit down 3 times, and they were like, "Are you okay, Noah? Noah, do you need anything?" And I'm like, pushed out again. That was a funny memory. I like that one. Yeah, I think the babes, even though, like, us meeting, getting engaged, and weddings, it's definitely the kids. Let me look at twitter.com. What's the main thing you've learned from each other over the years? This is from Becca Lomain.
Patience.
Yeah, there you go. Patience. And then, what made you notice each other, specific for Tammy? He had a purple phone. He was the only guy out at the pool. So I talked to him and then found out he was, like, ridiculously super sweet and cute. And I just grew from there. He was still cute. And you got skinny and tan. That was cute. But now you're chunky and tan and it's still cute. What made you... What made you notice me?
She stood in front of me a lot in her underwear.
Okay, yeah. That's how it just is on tour. You're either in pajama bottoms, no. You're either in a bathing suit bottom or, like, really cute underwear and a bathing suit top. It's not slutty on tour, trust me. It's not slutty for guard girls. We do a lot more than you guys.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm all this.
Stand in the shade. Ooh.
We don't stand in the shade. Did you see how tan I was? That's tan for me. Shut up. Next. What made you decide to move to Texas for Noah? Actually, he asked me to move there, and I was like, I don't know. I'm going to need jobs, so I'll be, like, leaving the nest officially to go move in with the boy. And it was him getting me a job at the school he was working at. And I was like, all right. He's like, let's just see where this goes. I was like, okay, we'll see where it goes. We've been dating. They were dating, like, 8 months, and then I moved. Yeah, we were only dating for 8 months. Like, when you know, you know, you know. Oh, do you remember what date our first kiss was?
August 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the day that we said I love you?
13.
Of what?
January.
Yeah, our 5-month anniversary. It took me 20 minutes to actually say because I was so nervous that he was going to be like, oh, we're done. But you realize you loved me in December, right? You were too scared to say it? Yeah. All these memories. It was that. I was like, let's just try to see where this goes. I have a job there. We'll just figure it out as we go and see if anything turns up. And we got engaged and married and have kids.
Yeah.
You did good then. Tasha. That question was from Chi Chi. Tasha X White. Do y'all plan on possibly having any more babies? If so, what would you pick as names? What are the top ones out of your head? We're not planning to have any more babies. We weren't planning to have 2 already. Just because we're really starting to get our lives going again. I'm going to school. I'll be there for 11 months. And then once I'm done, he's going back to school. And so I'll be in my career, and then he'll be in his career. And the only time, honestly, that we would be financially able to have a 3rd kid would be 5 years from now, and Emery would be 7, and I don't want to do that to the last born. To throw another one in there, and plus, we have back-to-back kids, so that means when Emery's a senior, Colin would be a junior, and then Colin would be a senior, and they'll both be out of the house. And that's when we could be Tammy and Noah again.
So we're not going to plan on having any more kids, but...
If it happens, it happens. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, names. Kimber, for me. Okay, for girls, it's going to be Kimber or Jovi are my top 2. Because I don't want to do a C or an E. Because I don't want the other one to feel left out like I did growing up. And for a boy, he's going to hate these. But I love Blake and Kellen. I wanted Kellen for Colin, but you were like, Vito. I knew a Kellen. He was an ass.
Kellen?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that name, and it's the gayest name I've ever heard.
It doesn't matter if a name's gay. What if Colin's gay?
No, I don't mean that kind of gay. I mean stupid gay. That is, let me rephrase that. That is the stupidest, dumbest name ever.
That's why we only had 2 names for Colin that we could agree on. Colin and Caden. It was going to be Caden Lance or Colin Lance. Because he wouldn't let me do anything else that was fun. But...
Stupid.
My dad... He got my dad's middle name, so... And your middle name. Okay, what about you? Girls and boys?
I still like the 2 names that I have picked out 15 freaking years ago.
Cadence Grace.
Cadence for a girl and Elijah for a boy. If we ever have another baby, I'm going to fight till the death.
This is why I won't do either one of those.
No.
I didn't want to have 2 E's because that means if we had a 3rd kid, they would have to be E. Because my brother is named Jameson, my sister's named Jillian, and then I'm Tam, my real name.
No.
And I'm Tammy. And they're both JMF, and I'm TSF. That's not fair.
Yeah.
It's not fair, don't do it. Just be like the Duggars and do 13 names. Oh, no, they're on 17,000, aren't they?
20.
20, 19, 20. Just name them all E's. That's why I want to do it, because if we have a 3rd and we end up naming him Elijah, which I don't like that name, then Colin's going to feel left out.
And why don't you like that name?
Because it's religious.
You were so okay with it until you figured out that it's in the Bible.
No, I always knew it was in
the Bible.
I didn't name you.
I'm just saying.
I don't want Elijah. Or the only reason why you want Cadence is because it's a drum thing. So what if I wanted da out? Or rifle? I wanted Sabra for Saber.
Cadence Saber. There you go. Sweet.
Sabra, Cadence, McAtee. Yeah, and there. Collie.
I really want that turtle.
You know your parents when you get online and you're obsessing over a stuffed animal for your child. Because we call Colin our little turtle.
Build-A-Bear hasn't had a turtle in 6 years.
They haven't. They really haven't. We researched it.
We keep looking.
And they have them on eBay and stuff like that, but I just don't want...
I used one. I don't want to get...
We want to get a turtle.
And they finally came out.
I asked you for a kiss, but I know you want to do it on camera. Alright, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, everyone. You have to say bye. Bye, guys.